accepted. What they don't tell you. We're coming in again on a Monday. Get to class.
Don't be late. Remember to bring your long black parka, your leggings, and your high knee-high boots.
We're forecasting in the Northeast at 23 degrees with maybe some snow on Tuesday.
Which most likely will probably turn into rain, I'm sure, because, Pennsylvania. But
all the blonde girls, bring your Uggs.
Uggs are so not in.
I just made them in.
Well, I was saying about the long parkas and stuff, because that's definitely, we're at that time of year where it's cold enough to wear it. So people all tend to have the same kind of outfits you see on campus, or at least I do. I see the tall boots, you guys got those brown knee-high kind of boots, like black leggings, and then they'll eventually somehow get a long, like, black parka.
Yeah, especially on the Phil U campus. But yeah, and you also have the bitch face, too, because it's all fashion girls. Dress nice, bitch up.
Yeah, that's our campus. Definitely, like, you have to be
a bitch.
And I was going to say stylish. But whatever. That comes hand in hand. So.
But we should touch on last episode. Last episode we had a guest on.
Yeah.
Who was our guest?
Lindsay.
So that was, she was from Stockton University.
Dylan's sister.
Capital of marijuana use. Hope you all enjoyed her. She was a brief guest. Next week we do have, we got Amy Bowling. You can go find out about her, on her Instagram.
She was really fun to talk to, I have to say.
She was drinking heavily, so we'll keep that in mind.
But in a good way.
In a good way.
In a good
chatty way. But it's definitely a good episode to look forward to. But I apologize, you just have me and Maddie today.
Yeah. Well, we gotta get back to our roots. We started this way.
Roots, yes. We have to get you back to your education.
Yes, education. We like to educate you on things that are happening in colleges, like fashion. Fashion is a big thing at the moment. People love, girls especially, in the winter love to, kind of amp up their fashion with multiple sweaters, scarves, like everything possible.
A little hot cocoa and a little peppermint mocha season is out. I got my peppermint mocha on last Friday with Dylan from my work. Got a nice peppermint mocha.
Dylan's one of those white girls that does the peppermint mocha.
And also last Friday, if you did buy a Starbucks holiday drink, you did get a free cup. So I do have my free cup.
Oh, Starbucks! You went to Starbucks?
I got my email. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're on top of things.
For only $5.48, I got my free cup and a drink.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, because you wanted peppermint, huh?
Yeah, I like peppermint.
I hate peppermint.
Pepper
is not my flavor.
I love peppermint. I can do toothpaste and I can do peppermint. So it's always good stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. But I feel like toothpaste is like different.
I haven't disagreed.
Okay, whatever. It is what it is. But it is sweater weather, as people like to see.
I don't know. It went pretty quick. I think it's parka weather. I think we skipped, that in between. So I think we're dropping just quickly the temperature.
We're dropping, so you better bundle up, or freeze when you walk. Well, I know I walk to school every day. It's only like a 10-minute walk, but it's still like in the winter. You have to like really plan for what you're walking in, because it can be snowing, raining, or like on Tuesday it's supposed to rain/snow. Like who knows?
Yeah.
So like you gotta plan to have like mittens or a scarf or a hat sometimes, and then a big coat like on top of all of that. So I know you might like look crazy like walking to school, but it's worth it. You can take it all off once you're there.
I don't know, but we go to a fashion school, so
Well, being the person who I am, I don't care in the slightest how I look. I mean, currently I'm wearing my glasses, a t-shirt, and sweatpants. I'm pretty sure.
I'm repping the Jefferson with my own sweatpants, trying to get as college as ever.
Who's not in college?
We don't have any heat here at the moment. We were actually in the city last night, and we were on the phone with the apartment people. So we actually have no heat, and we got these space heaters around me.
Yeah, so my roommate Haley, we've already talked to her, she was on the second episode, she called me saying how our heat wasn't working, but she let our landlord know and like contacted her, and then our landlord let us know that the heat was fixed. And I was like, oh, great, like, thanks for telling me. I'll come home later and check it out and make sure that it does work. Came home, the heat was supposedly on, but it was freezing as soon as I walked in. And so I think it was like only 40 degrees outside. Inside was 60 degrees. So it wasn't like too much better. Like, it was still like I could sit there and be fine, but I knew it was going to drop overnight, and that's what I was getting nervous about. And so I was like, I immediately emailed my landlord being like, what the heck? Like, this is kind of like an emergency. I know it's going to drop to like 30 degrees overnight or something crazy. So I know it's going to be super cold. We have the worst windows ever. Like, they do not keep out anything. So that's why I was like, it's going to be cold as heck in here. So I was like, I can't do it. Unless I pile every single blanket we have on in the apartment on top of myself overnight, and I will be warm. And so she was like, well, that's an emergency, so you should call whatever number. So I called whoever I called. I don't even know, like, emergency services for our apartment. And the guy was like, hello. Like, he was like, he sounded annoyed that I called him, and I was like, should I just tell you my issue? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, it's freezing in our apartment, and our heat won't work, and I know that it's going to be an issue later for when, I want to sleep or do anything. So he was like, oh, I'll be over in 45 minutes. And then by the time I got home, he should have been there, and that probably should have been fixed. And then I realized nobody had been there. The heat still wasn't working. And I was like, gosh, is he like just not coming? And he finally came at like 10 o'clock or something, which is like whatever because I was home. But they came and he was trying to do all these different things. Nothing worked. And he was like, yeah, you need space heaters. So currently we have 2 space heaters in our apartment, which they work well. Like, that's good. But I want my heat to work, first of all. And it still hasn't been fixed. So thanks, Carlton Park.
I think it's a part of college,
I guess so. It feels very college-esque.
But now you're so strong.
So strong with my space heaters.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm sure Haley, when she gets home, she's gonna want one in her room, and I'll have the other in my room.
I'll enjoy your electrical bill next month.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Well, the guy was like, yeah, it should be very quick that we should be able to get this fixed, and it's been a total of 1 day. So I don't know if this is gonna be.
I bet 1 week. I'll bet you.
1 week.
1 week.
That'll be very expensive.
Sucks to suck.
Okay. Apart from my apartment issues.
She has personal issues. We're trying to reach a therapist that's willing to talk to her, but we have yet to find someone willing to.
I don't need. No. My apartment is just issues that cannot be. They're not in my hands to fix.
That's true.
I cannot fix the heating
Well,
myself.
with time, I mean, you could totally take that up on.
So that makes me want to go to campus. Like, I literally, the other day, I spent like 4 hours on campus just in the library, which, I got work done and stuff. But I was like, I don't want to be home because it's actually really cold compared to just being in a library where there's actual heat. So it actually worked out.
How are your classes going, by the way?
Well, so in class right now, I probably like most of you, a lot of teachers are like, well, finals are coming up. Whether they're technically in a month, but that's coming up basically for college. And especially since we're going to have Thanksgiving break, so that loses you like a couple of days in between. And so I have a lot of things, like big things are coming up. I have a lot of papers, like big final papers that are like 15, 20 pages long that I'm doing with groups or individually. Then I have like final presentations to go along with that. I have all my final tests, which is a whole nother story because this year, in our school year, we started a whole week later than we usually do for the past 3 years I've even been here. So sometimes I go on vacation, like over winter break rather. And I was like not even thinking about the school time because I know when we start and when we end. And I was like, oh yeah, like this time should be fine. And then we started a whole week later and I was like, oh crap, like I didn't realize that. So then my trip actually falls right on the week of finals. So hooray to me. Like, why did we do that? Why didn't I look? I don't know. But so that's like the whole thing that I have to do is because it's really like you have to get around rules with taking finals not in finals week. So a lot of my teachers, like I emailed all the professors that I have actual finals in because I think 2 of my classes I don't have finals in. So I was like, okay, I gotta email them, see what's up and see what they can do for me. And 2 of my professors were really cool. They were like, okay, you'll be able to take your final during the last week of classes, which that's fine. That's great. It's going to be a lot of work, I can tell you that. Last week is packed with stuff to do. But then my one professor, who has been a pain my entire semester so far. I've never met a more strict human being in my life about formatting. Just formatting. Like, I can write whatever the heck I want in the subject of whatever we're doing. But then if my margins aren't right, if my page numbers aren't right, if something's not centered, exactly centered, he will mark you off, and then you get a B. So I have a B in that class. Just simply because of formatting, which really sucks. But I emailed that professor, and I was like, I need to tell you that I'm going on vacation during finals, and like, am I able to take the final during reading days, which is like in between. They're the set amount of days you have basically to study. So it's like classes, you don't have any classes during those days. You could either be like Thursday, Friday, you don't have class, then you have the weekend, and then they start on Monday or something like that, could start. So I was like, maybe reading days, he can meet me, like, and I can just take it with him, like, they're proctoring me. Or, like, I can take it, I'm on the first day of finals, which I don't leave till the second day. So I was like, that would work too. Or, like, I don't know what you want me to do. And he sent me this really, like, very grammatically correct email. He was like, oh, I have received your email, and I read it the same. So I would like you to actually come in and talk to me. And I was like, oh, like, I really wanted to avoid talking to this man. Like, I'm sure he's a great person, but I don't like him as a professor, which, you know, kind of makes me think I don't like him as a person. But that's besides the point. So I went to go talk to him after my class, and he was actually nice. But then the whole time he kept saying, oh, you know, like, you're really only supposed to take finals during your allotted time during finals week, and that's the only time you should take it. Like, did you read the syllabus? You know, the syllabus has always said that. Blah, blah, blah. And then he was saying, well, you know, another student said he was going on vacation, and he told me the first week of school so that he could plan around the final. And I kept saying, well, you know, I came into this school year not thinking that we were going to start a whole year or a whole week later than usual. The past 3 years I've been here, we started around the same time. So how am I to think anything different that, of course, this year, the last year, something would change? So I told him that, and I was like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm not rescheduling this vacation. Like, I can't physically because my parents. And then that's a whole ton of money that's wasted. Like, I'm going on this vacation, sir. That's basically what I said. I was like, I'm going. Like, when can I take this stupid test? And he said, oh, finally, like, you can take it. Since you can't take it during reading days or the finals. I was like, gosh, when am I supposed to take this freaking test? He was like, you can take it the last day of class. He was like, so I'll give, you have like your final presentation that day, and then I'll give the final review, and then right after the review, you can take the test. I was like, okay, well, that kind of sucks. But like, whatever, that's the only option he gave me. And I was like, well, I have a class after that class too. Like, should I let them know? And he was like, yeah, of course. Like, he was so, I don't know. He's such a pain. Like, I'm sure he's a good person and all, but he's really frustrating to me. I hate him.
Maybe it was his day of the month.
I think it's been his day of the month this whole year.
Maybe he's counting down his life.
Oh,
he's gonna be,
gosh.
Yeah.
And he's a typical, like, really old white guy who teaches it's business law. So it's like, it's very typical. Like, he's very stereotypical.
You should tell him that. Your class is typical.
You're basic. I'll just go in and tell him that one day. I'm sure I would just fail.
And so you've been working, on the same assignment for like a while? 3 hours, or, you know?
So like 3 hours today, 3 hours yesterday.
Last week I ran the New York City Marathon, so you got a lot of work done, right? Because if you watch her Instagram, she didn't do any work.
Yeah, that picture that we posted was legit. I knew I had an assignment. I was 100% that it was due on Monday at 6 o'clock or 6 p.m. And then I looked at it on Monday morning. I was like, let me just double check. And then I checked. It was due the night before at like 9 o'clock or something. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, gosh.
But guys, I did run the marathon,
Oh,
New York City. Let's all talk about that, guys.
Well, Dylan expected me to get all this homework done. We were in New York the whole weekend, like, with his parents, and we were doing stuff. It was just a whole thing.
Oh, man, we got to talk about the marathon. Hold on.
What?
The night before,
Oh my God.
I did not sleep. You know, it was pretty rough. We had fighting, you know. It was up to like 5.
No, so you have to preface that so the hotel, it was in New York City, so it's like kind of small, each floor is. So we were very close to like where the elevators are.
By the Hampton Inn.
Yeah, Hampton, shout out, suck it.
I mean, God bless my coworker who got me the half price discount. But...
Yeah, but like literally you could hear everybody who went to the elevator, and I was like feeling so bad. Like he had to wake up at like 5 something to get the subway, to get on a ferry in the morning, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's not gonna sleep. I felt so bad. Like, and then his dad started snoring.
What a disappointment.
And I literally called downstairs, I was like, and whispering, because we're all in the same room, do you have any earplugs? And the guy like literally was like, hello, couldn't hear me, and I was like, hello, like, please don't hang up on me. And then he hung up, and then of course when they called back, and I immediately like tried to pick up the phone, but your mom already woke up. And she's like, what's the matter? I was like, oh, Dylan's not sleeping. I felt bad, but I mean, it was what it was. But back to my homework situation, that really screwed me over on Monday. I felt so bad. Well, first of all, it was a crap ton of work. Like, I totally underestimated how much time and effort it was gonna take me. And then I emailed my professor that morning. I was like, sorry, like, made up some kind of story, you know, and was like, so I'm gonna be late. Like, hopefully that's okay. Like, I apologize. I know that I messed up, basically. And I was like, okay, well, I had 3 classes that day, so I couldn't really do anything during class. And also, side note, my computer sucks. And the battery life will not last even 1 hour without being charged. So, I can't do anything without being, like, near an outlet, which a lot of my classes, I don't sit near an outlet, so I couldn't do anything during class. And so, I just gave myself, I was like, it's already late, let me just give myself till like 5 o'clock. So after class, I just went to the library and I finished it. And I handed it in thinking like, it's not that bad, I'll probably get like a C or something. Like, probably get points off. And then I get it like on Thursday or something back. I failed. He gave me an F. I was like, you mother. I was like, he really was such an asshole to me though.
Well, I don't think that's the point. I think the point of the story is where is he?
He's in California. So this is an online class, first of all, because at Philadelphia University, we have this class called Capstone, which is basically stupid, first of all. But it's supposed to be leading you to do like a big, massive, like, final project of all the stuff you've learned since being here 4 years. It's like only a senior class. So we have like weekly assignments because he is obviously not here on campus. It's an online class. He's in California because that makes sense. And so he gives us weekly emails, and he's like, do all this crap.
I can imagine it. He's on the beach, looking at the beach bum babes, you know, sitting
and,
in
like,
the sand.
listing all these random things for us to do. It literally makes no sense. I don't want to do any of this for my project, and here I am doing random crap for it.
Yeah, he's probably sitting by the water.
So,
F.
Yeah, and then this week he's like, oh, so I was really disappointed by all your guys' work, because it's like, there's a few other people in my class. And he's like, I was really disappointed. And he's like, I'm just going to give you guys can redo this part and this part to get 100 extra points. But the whole project was 270. So what am I, like, if I get 100, which is, you know, iffy because he's an asshole, I'll only get a B in this class. Like, that's pretty, oh, he's wild, man. I just want to send a very strongly worded email to somebody to be like, who's this Californian? Why is he teaching my class that's in Philadelphia? It doesn't make sense. And I've talked to, like, Dylan's actually met this dude when he was here, right?
Yeah?
Yeah, and I've met other people who had him, like, last year. I was like, why can't he just be here for my year? It's actually refreshing.
It's the sustainability. It's the airfare, the gas. He just couldn't make it across the United States.
Oh, yeah, but he's got to be in, like, the tree-hugging state of California.
Too expensive.
God, it's just really, it was frustrating. And I know, like, that's on me mostly for forgetting that. But come come on. Like, you can't give me any leeway. And he gives me, like, a whole detailed outline of what I did wrong. He's, like, very disappointed. Why'd you do this? Why'd you do this part? And I'm like, God, like, I feel, like, attacked by this worded email that you gave me back. So it's really, he's a frustrating person. And it's a class I only have to really, like, it's technically once a week. Like, it's every Monday things are due. But then he changed it every Sunday. So, like, that's why I got messed up. Because things used to be due every Monday. And now the last, like, 3 weeks, things have been due end of the day Sunday. Like, I had something to do today. Which is currently Sunday. But I had to do something today, which he was like, end of the day on Sunday. And I was like, that's kind of BS when our class is scheduled on Monday. Like, it should be due on Monday.
You gotta tell him.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to send something.
But the moral of the story was I did run the
Do your homework on time.
And I ran the New York City Marathon.
Yeah, he ran. He died.
He
told me, Maddie, I'll be back in 4 hours. He didn't finish for 5 hours and like 8 minutes.
Well, my knee was in pain. And so I decided to take my time. And there was probably, hills and bridges,
You know, if you ever have to be in New York, try to avoid that weekend where the marathon is. It's literally the craziest weekend ever.
Oh, it's awesome.
There's so many cops everywhere, which I guess makes you
the safest place in the world.
Yeah, you're super safe being there. But literally, we wanted to try to see Dylan just like once running past us or something. And so I'm with his parents, and people like shove you, elbow you. They're like, my person's coming up soon. Can I get up front? And I let some Canadian woman like up front in front of me. And she, like, her person, she was like, oh yeah, where's your person? Like 3 miles away. Her person was 3 miles away. I was like, Dylan's like 3.5 miles away. This bitch just pushed up front because, like, she could. And I was like, as soon as she, like, left a little bit, like, she scooted over a little bit, I just took my spot back. I was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, it's just the New York mentality that I hate. Like, I'm
be strong.
I'm not that way. Like, me being from Pennsylvania, I'm from like a small town too, like I'm not even from Philadelphia, so I feel very like I'm laid back. I'm pretty like nice. I'm kind of like a pushover, I would say, in some ways. So like that's how I felt. I was like, I'm so stupid. Why did I let her go in front of me? I was like, if Dylan were here, he'd be upset with me because he let. And then Dylan's mom's like, Maddie, get in front. Like she's like Dylan. So I was like, I'm sorry.
We're strong. We don't let others push us around.
Which is a good mentality that I do not have. But, yeah, so that was our New York City marathon weekend story/homework mishap.
Yeah, good stuff. It took a while to get out of the city,
Oh, another
probably
story.
like 5-block radius, so we had to actually walk to the ferry, so I was in so much pain.
And Dylan, we kept saying, let's get a taxi. Dylan's like, it's gonna be so expensive. That's so dumb. And then we get to the ferry. We talked to this one other person. She was like, oh, I took a ferry. It was only $12. And I was like, Dylan, why'd you walk 2 miles after you just ran 26? I was like, that's pretty dumb.
I'm just stronger, I guess.
But that was on you. So.
Yeah, well, it was a good weekend, all in all. And then we got Lindsay running, next weekend as well. Philly.
Yeah, she's running Philly. So we'll be here next weekend. But.
All right, so we'll be introducing a new segment. This episode is called "What's the News?" And it's about what's happening,
what's trending, what's happening,
what's
and, like,
popular, who's wearing the Uggs,
Nobody's wearing the Uggs. Let's be real. But there's definitely things that, like, if you're on Instagram, I know you see a lot of stuff, like, that's how you get, like, a lot of your news intake, or at least me, who doesn't pay for cable, that's how I get my news intake.
Yeah, so we're introducing What's the News?
Alright.
Donald Trump is still the president. We're still as shocked as ever. We try not to get into too much politics, don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm not into that. So, we can get into other things, like, how about Kanye West?
Kanye West.
He's always been a character since he ran up onto the VMA stage and took Taylor Swift's microphone right out of her hand.
Follow God, follow God, follow God.
That's his new song if somebody doesn't know. Follow God.
It's such a funny music video. He's like sitting in the desert, looking for God. I see God. He's somewhere in the sand, he's writing to me.
He's in a desert.
He's in a desert.
Which is kind of strange. But the Kanye West is kind of his own
probably
person.
Such a cheap music video. Just throw an ATV in the desert. Who wants to be in the desert?
And he's got a crap ton of money, so who cares?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. But
and then we got Kanye, and then we got Selena Gomez with the Selena Gomez Justin Bieber,
Yeah, that's like, sort of recent. That's still kind of like her newest song kind of came out, and everybody was saying,
a little catchy. I like it.
I like it.
I can vibe with it.
Okay, it's a little slow, but everybody thought immediately, because it's like, it's obviously about somebody, that everybody was like, Justin Bieber. It's always about him and her. Like, they've always been kind of connected ever since they dated and stuff. But now Justin is married, so people are always like,
what a man.
People are like, that's weird. Like, why is Selena writing a song? And she's literally like, it's not about that in the slightest. But like, obviously, we probably won't know until she ever would say something, or
yeah, well, she's not Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift tells it like it is.
Well, she's like, Taylor Swift said, this is about this person, this song's about that person. Well, because a lot of her songs, like Taylor Swift, are about multiple people.
Well, she takes out the trash when she has to.
Well, I remember, what is it, her one song's like Back to December. That's about Taylor Lautner.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be honest.
I love hearing about, like, that song's about this person. You're like, oh, I remember hearing about that in the news and stuff like that. But, yeah, big celebrities like Kanye West and Taylor Swift and blah, blah, who have a lot of, like, their name is a household name, I feel like you hear a lot about. So, like, Kanye West, he's associated with Kim Kardashian, which is another big household name.
And he also said on the Airpool karaoke episode that dating Kim, it's about 1 year with Kim is about 10 years of normal marriage.
Yeah, he said it was like something crazy amount. He was like, oh yeah, well, 1 year of marriage is something like 100 years, something like that. He said it like it was something crazy.
That's a crazy.
But he's a crazy person because apparently he wants to change his like legal name from Kanye West to Christian Genius Billionaire, then Kanye West.
I like it. It's got a nice ring to it.
So is his like would he still go by Kanye? He just wants his legal name to be that, you think?
Christian, what we got? Christian Genius Billionaire?
Yeah.
The CG, what's it called? CGB?
CGB? CGBKY? I don't know.
CJB Kanye.
You got that wrong.
It's a mouthful. What do you want from me?
I don't know. Would he still? He'd have to still go by Kanye. That's how he'd make money.
Well, that's
but like, why? What's the point? I mean, I guess because he's so into like
Christian,
religion,
God, yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah, God led him to being, wanting to change.
But then Genius Billionaire, where the heck did that come from? Like, he's like, oh God, yes, Christian should be my first name. But then I'm a genius, and then I have money. Like, that's what he was thinking.
He had too much Kim one night, and that's how that came about.
But if you got money, like, you can do, like, I mean, anybody can change their name, like, legally. But, like, this is kind of, that's just out in your face. Like, why would you even bother changing it?
I actually changed my name, too. Dylan accepted Courtney.
That's dumb.
It's got a nice ring to it.
No.
That's... Christian Billionaire is not much better, but okay.
Yeah, but whatever. So, that's definitely, Kanye's crazy. I mean, I do love Kim Kardashian. I definitely watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I know a lot of people don't like that because they're like, it's fake or whatever. I really don't care. Like, I just watch it for enjoyment. I like seeing reality TV sometimes. Like, I can't continuously watch it over and over again. Like, if it's on TV and there's like a roll of them, like, I can't do that. That's too much. But like every once in a while, I'll be like, oh yeah, like, oh, their episode's up. Like, I don't have anything else to watch or something like that if I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
So I find that interesting. Like, they have a totally different life. Like, they always go on vacation.
Lucky them.
Yeah, which is so cool. So
tell them, we should totally tag them and be like, take out the college people.
Yeah, we talked about you in our podcast this week. Can we kind of like Belize with you?
Yeah.
I would love that. But shout out Kim Kardashian. Love you. But moving on to the next topic of our like news. So Apple just dropped their new version of AirPods, which are noise canceling, and they're called Apple AirPods Pro. I believe.
It's all about that next level.
Yeah, that's definitely on our college campus, and I'm pretty sure everywhere.
You go to any private college, you should see them, or the gym.
Well, yeah, gym, everything. Well, it's just like, it's such a trend thing now. Like, if you have AirPods, you're like, cool, like, that's how I feel people see it. Dylan has AirPods.
I didn't buy them.
Lindsay bought them, his sister. But you love them too.
I'll be bobbing to them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would really purchase the noise canceling one though. Would you?
No,
I don't really
three times the price I want.
Yeah, they're like $290 or something.
Without the case.
The case is more?
The wireless case, I think, was extra. Yeah, it's another $100.
Oh, God. What a pain. That's like, you're getting upwards of, like, might as well buy, like, a tablet or, like, a phone. Like,
yeah.
That's dumb. But, like, I know some people, like, I feel like it would be beneficial if maybe, I don't know, like, if you lived in a city or something, and maybe you were walking to work.
Like New York?
Yeah, like, that's something maybe I'd be like, yeah, I don't want to hear all this crap around me, and then I would buy it. Or maybe if, like, when you're working out, you really don't want to hear people. Like, you know?
Yeah, you always wonder, maybe when, like, people are walking around, they really listen to music.
Or they don't want to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I feel like some people just put their earphones in and just walk.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I know when I walk to a class, sometimes my Spotify doesn't click in. Like, it won't work right away, like, because I'm not connected to Wi-Fi or something. So, I'll just walk with my headphones in until it clicks in. So, like, sometimes I'm not always listening to music, but most of the time I am. But I do, like, I hate to be that person and be like, oh, like, I want AirPods. Like, AirPods are so cool.
But do you want AirPods?
But I want AirPods.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the number one gift on.
Which is so frustrating. I'm always like that person, if something's trending, be like, I don't really want it. But then in my head, I'm like, yeah, you do. Like, what are you lying to yourself for? I hate that, but I want it.
Yeah, you have an Apple Watch.
Yeah, like, I can make fun of people all day for having all these Apple products, but here I am with an Apple Watch, Apple iPhone, and I do have even though my MacBook is very old and slow and very frustrating.
You probably could submit it to, like, the Smithsonian or something, yours.
Yours is just as old, so.
But mine still is working. Look who's recording on it.
Well, I've had to replace all of my stuff inside my laptop one time.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I thought, oh, sweet, like, it'll be fine. Like, it should work, like, brand new. It lasted, like, a year. And then it's like, it's so slow now. Like,
that must be a kill switch or something.
It's not even like it's slow. So my computer isn't actually slow. It's just the battery that's really bad. I don't know why it drains so fast. Like, I could just buy another one and install that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's even worth it. Like, I feel like after college, I'm really not going to use it that much.
Oh, yeah, hopefully you get a job.
Yeah, so I'm like, that's what I really do, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a job. McDonald's hires.
I'm not getting a job at McDonald's, but...
There's tons of places.
Next to our next topic would be Instagram. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard this already. I heard it just a few days ago that Instagram is actually going to start hiding likes.
Really?
So you won't be able to see the number.
Mm.
Which I'm sure a lot of girls will be very frustrated about not seeing that number. They're going to be wondering, like, oh, maybe they won't even post. Who knows?
Why? Do you post for likes?
No, but I'm sure a lot of other people do.
You probably post for likes. We all do.
I don't post, like, I do not post specifically for likes. I will look at my likes once I post something.
I mean, we'll post something right now for likes.
What do we post?
Or should we post not for likes then?
Yeah, we post for fun. That's what I feel like Instagram is saying with that, don't you think?
Yeah, we post for fun.
I feel like they're saying we don't want people to focus on likes. That's probably not what Instagram's mission was when they created it.
So we look like absolute crap right now. So
yeah.
we'll do a nice selfie. All right.
Awful photo. I hated that.
It looks great. We'll throw a cool filter on it, right?
I guess so.
What's that one?
Is that even considered cool?
Which one do you like?
I feel like you passed one I like.
Okay.
Like that one? No.
All right. We're going to write, please don't like.
Please don't like #Instagram. Yeah, well, I feel like that's gonna really hurt. Like, what about Instagram famous people, you know? Who, like...
You're not famous anymore.
I guess not. Like, I don't even know how that works.
I mean, I feel like everyone likes to post, you know, for a little bit of likes.
Well, yeah, I like to see that people like it and people know, like, acknowledge me, basically.
Yeah, of course.
But, I don't know. Otherwise, that's the only, like, sometimes I want to share, like, personal things, like... I know when my older sister was pregnant, like, I wanted to share that because that was exciting. Or when her son was born, I was like, hooray! Like,
yeah.
I want to show somebody. So that's, like, some of the posts I do. But otherwise, maybe some of my posts with you or something like that. Like, it's just, like, me.
So we're posting this right now. Just please don't like it. We're doing a test right now.
We're doing a test about how many likes we'd actually get.
Yeah, we're just
realizing that there's only a handful of people that actually follow us and listen to this podcast, but so be it. I mean, Instagram is just Instagram.
All right, well, it's up.
It's up.
It's up. We're up.
Go like it. Go don't like it.
Don't like it. That's the whole point. You're not going to like it.
No, the point is that we don't care.
Well, I said please don't like.
It should have been like, we don't care if you like it or not.
No, I said please don't like.
Please don't like. Well, whatever.
So for all the white girls that are in college right now that went, out on Halloween and with no clothes, they're trying to get that it's going to be a tough one.
God, I hated Halloween weekend when people...
Oh, we got our first like. It looks like it's not working, guys. We said please don't like. You guys are failing us. You gosh, pains in the asses. I know you like me because you know where to follow me at.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know our personal Instagram.
What's your personal Instagram?
It's the Dylan R. Courtney.
Dylan R. Courtney?
R. Courtney, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's your full name.
Do you have an Instagram?
Of course I do.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's Maddie_McCunny.
Damn.
Yeah, so I know McCunny sounds like a mouthful to some people who don't know.
McCooney?
McCunny. As long as you spell it right, MCCUNNEY.
All
Got
right.
it. Follow us at our personal Instagrams. Follow us at Accepted Podcast too. Give us little shout outs. Don't like our posts. We don't care anymore apparently. We're just doing it for fun.
Are we?
That's how I look at it.
Do you want our Venmos, guys?
Yeah, I mean you can pay us.
Maddie's having trouble with college. I mean, groceries are very expensive.
They're so expensive. I just spent like $120 today.
$21 on Venus razors. I think, guys, we have to have a conversation about this.
I did spend $21 on the razors, just the top part though. So they're so expensive. I only got 4 and it's $21.
Sounds like a monopoly.
Because I didn't want to get another handle part. It's so dumb. I just find that's a waste. I know I'm gonna throw out the top. I'm not gonna throw out the bottom.
I don't know. We gotta figure something out.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's Scotch tape or something, I don't know.
Scotch tape. That's not gonna rip out your hair.
Oh please, duct tape, something always works.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that to your chest and your legs. Let's see how you like it, and let's do it to your facial hair.
Yeah,
that would be ideal, right?
So that was what's the news. We introduced this segment. Do we have anything else to talk about for this episode?
No, I mean we've kind of went over finals and stuff. Finals is definitely something in college that I know for me personally has been talked about a lot. So, and Thanksgiving, with Thanksgiving coming up, man, I'm super psyched, but I also have to work.
If you didn't put it in your freshman 15, we're coming in Thanksgiving. Eat up.
Just add on the weight there.
Add on the weight.
Probably come back with 15
Then
pounds.
you'll go to the gym starting December, January with everyone else that goes to the gym.
Yeah, maybe continue that for 2 or 3 weeks and stop.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then next week we have Amy Boland coming on. You guys can look forward to that and hearing all she has to say and not to say about transferring from Liberty University to William Patterson. She's a current graduate. So it'll be a very interesting conversation we have for you.
Yeah, she's definitely a fun person to talk to, and I think she'll actually talk about some great pointers for people.
Oh yeah, great stuff. Boys, college.
And people who just don't have a traditional 4-year kind of thing for college,
Yeah.
It's not everybody has the same 4-year experience as others, and Amy definitely didn't, and that was fine. And it was kind of interesting to hear about it. So tune in next week. I think it'll be very interesting and beneficial for a lot of you to talk or listen to it rather. So
this is Accepted. My name's Dylan.
And I'm Maddie.
And you know where to follow us. My Instagram handle, Dylan R. Courtney. Follow me. Don't like anything.
Don't like anything, like anything. I'm Maddie. So it's Maddie_McCunny. And we'll see you guys next week.
See you Monday.